No alarm clocks, no jobs, no bosses, no phones, no emails, no traffic, no taxes. Ancient humans had none of it. So what did they actually do? All day, every day? The answer is weird and honestly pretty funny. No, they weren't all hunting mammoths. Most of them were chilling, some of them were gossiping, and a lot of them were napping. So let's rewind 300,000 years. Welcome to a day in the Stone Age. First problem, there's no snooze button. The sun comes up and so do you. No coffee. None. Zero. No toothbrush either. No good morning text. You wake up cold, slightly hungry, and surrounded by your whole family. Personal space? Never heard of her. Everyone sleeps in one pile for warmth and for safety. First thought of the day. Is something trying to eat me? You sniff the air. You listen for danger. No predators nearby? Amazing. You stretch, you yawn, and you scratch a lot because bugs were a constant problem. There's no bathroom, by the way. You just go outside. Everywhere is the bathroom. Then you check the weather by looking at the sky. That's the whole forecast. Cold, find more furs. Rain, stay in the cave. Sunny, time to work. And by work, I mean breakfast. Now myth-busting time. Cavemen were not gym bros, and they didn't spear mammoths daily. Most days nobody killed anything. The real MVPs? The gatherers. Mostly women and kids. They collected berries, nuts, seeds, roots, and the occasional unlucky lizard. Gathering brought most of the food, like the majority of calories. Hunting was the side quest. The dramatic, risky side quest. Picture 6 guys with sticks chasing one very fast deer. The deer usually won. Many hunts ended in nothing, just tired men, empty hands, and a little embarrassment. So gathering kept everyone alive. You'd walk for hours, eyes scanning the ground. Is this edible? Will this kill me? Trial and error, mostly error. Somebody had to taste it first. Rest in peace, that guy. They knew hundreds of plants, which ones healed, which ones poisoned, and which ones made you see colors. This was real knowledge, passed down for generations. No Google, just grandma. And when a hunt did work, huge celebration, meat for everyone. Nothing was wasted. Bones became tools, skins became clothes, fat became fuel. The whole animal got used. Then back to foraging tomorrow. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, found, not bought. Okay, here's the annoying part. The part that'll ruin your day. Ancient humans barely worked. Scientists studied modern tribes, people who still live this way, and the numbers are wild. They work about 4 hours a day, sometimes 6, rarely more. That's it, that's the job. Less than your office shift, no 9 to 5, no overtime, no boss named Greg, no quick meeting that wastes hours. Once they had enough food, they simply stopped working for the day. Imagine clocking out at lunch, forever, every single day. So what filled the rest? Resting. Lots of resting. Lying in the shade, watching the clouds, doing gloriously nothing. We invented farming later and ironically got busier. More food, more work, less free time. The cavemen were laughing. Well, they would be if they knew about your inbox. But it wasn't all relaxing. There were chores, real ones. Somebody had to make the tools, chipping rocks into blades. It took serious skill. One wrong hit, start over. Tool making was an art form. Then there was the fire, sacred, precious fire. Someone had to guard it day and night. Letting it die was a disaster, and restarting fire was brutal. So you protected those flames like a glowing little pet. Next, fetch the water, often a long walk away, carried in skins or shells. Then fix the shelter, patch the roof again. Scrape the animal hides to make them soft, to make them wearable. It was smelly work. Sew with bone needles, and animal sinew for thread. Sharpen spears for tomorrow. Weave baskets and traps. Stone Age chores never ended. But hey, no taxes. And now the best part, the talking. So much talking. They lived in tiny groups, maybe 20 to 50 people. Everyone knew everyone, which means gossip. Gossip was the original internet. Who's lazy? Who's brave? Who stole whose snack? Reputation was everything. Be selfish, get left behind, be generous, get respected. So they shared a lot. They groomed each other too, picking out bugs and dirt, weirdly relaxing, very bonding. And then the stories around the fire for hours. Stories weren't just for fun. They were survival manuals. Don't eat the red berries. Avoid the river at night. Remember what happened to Greg? Kids learned everything this way. No school, just stories and legends and warnings. The best storyteller was a star, basically the first influencer. They got creative too, seriously creative. They painted on cave walls, handprints, animals, hunts. Thousands of years ago, before homework even existed, they carved tiny statues from bone and stone and ivory. They made jewelry, shells, teeth, and beads. Looking good mattered. Always has. They made music too. Flutes carved from bird bones, drums from stretched skins. Imagine that by firelight. It probably sounded magical. They sang, they danced, clapped and stomped. Dancing was everywhere. For joy, for rituals, for just being alive. They played games, they wrestled and raced. Kids played with everything. Rocks, sticks, mud, bones. And they laughed, constantly. Being funny was powerful. The funny one got attention. Some things never change. Comedy, humanity's oldest flex. Then the sun goes down, and the day doesn't just end. They gather by the fire, they watch the stars, millions of them, no light pollution. They feel very, very small. Some scientists believe something cool. They slept in 2 shifts. Sleep, wake at midnight, chat, or think for a while, then sleep again till dawn. No screens, no scrolling, no staying up just 5 minutes. Just fire, family, and dark, and the occasional scary noise from somewhere in the bushes. Nobody checks, ever. You just sleep closer to the fire. So what did they do all day? They ate, they napped, they gossiped, they made art, and they did a whole lot of nothing. Sound a little familiar? Strip away the phones, strip away the deadlines, and they were basically us. Bored sometimes, social always, lazy when allowed, and completely obsessed with snacks. 300,000 years later? Same.